Newcastle's way. John Donnelly in goal. And Newcastle player still on the ground. He's up on his feet now. Steve Carney. Now it's McDermott. And that's a poor ball from McDermott. John Ryan on that far side, no chance. It's Newcastle still. McDermott tips it through, looking for Keegan. Harvey's off his line. Only found Peter Barnes, and that's his first real touch of the ball. Takes on the fullback. And he gets Leeds' first corner of the game. Taken short. Barnes. Faced by Waddle. Waddle wins it. Down his touchline, slips it inside only as far as Frank Gray. Now clips it back through for Barnes to chase. And the decision's a goal kick, and that's not greeted with loud applause by the Leeds supporters in the Kop. So we're 5 minutes gone, still no score, but plenty of action between these two promotional adversaries. Carl left-footed, aiming for Keegan, beaten by Dickinson. Waddle. Dermot heads on Keegan. Frank Gray's back. So Leeds begin to build again. Tony Brown. That's a poor ball. Easily cut out by John Anderson. But put under pressure by Ritchie. Leeds get the ball back. Ritchie again looking for Barnes. It's a 1-2. And he floats past the fullback, still Peter Barnes. And it's a goal kick given. Well, Peter Barnes has been impressive in the pre-season matches and showed a touch of class there. Completely beat John Anderson, the Newcastle fullback. So 6 minutes gone, no score. Waddle did well. Now it's Keegan. Free kick given against Dickinson. Dermot looking for Keegan again, he lays it off. Watson got a toe to it. Now it's aimed for Mills. Frank Gray is back. Plays it well. Newcastle have brought thousands of supporters with them here today, and it's certainly a good day for the opening match of the season. Leeds United get a free kick. Taken short, Donnelly, now it's Watson. Sheridan. Reverse ball to that far side to Quinn Thomas. Now it's Andy Ritchie trying to turn Steve Carney. Can't do so, still Leeds in possession. Anderson gets his head to it. Not a good clearance really. Donnelly from which to loop it in, couldn't really get hold of it. Newcastle finished above Leeds in the second division table last season. They finished in 5th place, and 7 points behind in 8th place was Leeds United. And it's Leeds' home record really that let them down. They drew over half their home fixtures, and they will need to do better this season to get a chance of promotion. Waddle with a throw-in, looking for Keegan. Dickinson's there, knocks it long, only as far as Anderson. Now it's Mills. Good tackle coming in from Brown. Now it's Peter Barnes. And a brilliant ball across field. Just got the wrong side of Andy Ritchie. Peter Barnes picked out Andy Ritchie on that far side. Ritchie couldn't get control of it. Newcastle get possession. Keegan in the action once more. Goes past Brown. Well, he got the ball past him, but Keegan himself couldn't get by. She got the better of Carney, but long end lays the ball back to goalkeeper Kevin Carr. Ryan gets a return. Long ball forward. Once again, aim for Keegan. Ten minutes gone. Still no score. Donald got his head to that one, as did Watson. Now it's McCluskey. Still keeps possession. Donnelly. And a poor ball from Donnelly. Which was meant for Barnes, gives Newcastle possession. Waddle takes a return from Carney, comes forward. Keegan goes on a run, but it's not square to Ryan. Now the ball aimed for Keegan, but in fact it was Waddle who was going on a run. And Tony Brown shepherds the ball back to goalkeeper David Harvey. Quickly. Awkward bouncing ball, that for the Leeds defence. Hammer it clear, but not very far. McDonald picks up forward to Keegan. First time layoff, looking for Ryan. It's faced by Sheridan. Now by Thomas. Gets a return from Keegan. Cross comes in. It's a good looking cross, and there's a scramble there. And finally, Frank Gray manages to get it across the line and concede a corner kick. McDermott with the corner. Dickinson gets head to it. Clark is underneath it. Thomas miskicks and concedes another unnecessary corner. So pressure on this Leeds defence now. This time it's taken short. McDermott fits it into that Leeds box. Dickinson gets his head to it. Watson hammers it clear. Barnes won't be able to catch that one. Anderson with a throw to Mills. Donnelly down the line. McCreer is there. It's Carney coming forward through the middle for Newcastle. Short to McDermott. Frank Gray now in possession for Leeds United. Looking for Ritchie. Clark gets his head to it. He lets that ball run out. Leeds get possession. Peter Barnes with a throw. Return from Donnelly. Back it goes again. Ritchie takes over. Looks for a shot, that's blocked. Sheridan getting in on the action. Bit of a scramble. Waddle comes away with it, or does he? The ball's poked through. Can Peter Barnes get there? Yes, he can. He takes it off Anderson. Gets inside that box and puts a shot in. Unfortunately, straight at Carr. So Newcastle come forward. Long ball forward, looking for Keegan. Shadowed by Dickinson. Now it's Ryan. Leeds defence quickly in there. McCluskey trying to lay it off, but picked up by Clark. Newcastle. McDonald through to Keegan. And Thomas put under pressure and does well. Try to get in a goal kick. McCluskey. Held off the challenge of Clark, but not the one of John Ryan. Mills putting pressure on Frank Gray. And goes well. Looked as though he was pushed by Carney, not given by the referee Ron Bridges, and McCluskey's called offside. Clark. Neat play by Keegan. Ryan put under pressure, finds Carney, who in turn finds his goalkeeper. McDonald kind of gives the ball away, certainly puts Ryan under pressure. So it's Leeds United now in possession. Skipper David Harvey. And we look to put this ball deep into that Newcastle half, which he does. Andy Ritchie's underneath it. He heads on looking for McCluskey. John Ryan let that ball go out, thinking that Newcastle would have the advantage. In fact, the throw-in was given to Leeds. Win Thomas for Donnelly. Tries to follow McCluskey. Once again, Clark very dominant in this Newcastle defence. Wins the ball back. And finally, McDonald puts it back to goalkeeper Kevin Carr. Neither side given any room at all. Waddle, who's gone into the middle of the park. First on ball from Ritchie, looking for Watson. Not accurate enough. So it's Ryan, long ball forward. On the far side, Mr. Holland from Chesterfield, indicating that that is a throw into Newcastle. Ryan has been prominent coming forward from the full-back position, and he certainly tested David Harvey with that shot. Being very closely marked by Clark. This may leave room for one of the other Leeds players. Outside of the foot pass across field to McDonald from McDermott. So 19 minutes gone, still no score. Most of the action in the midfield. Newcastle get their fourth free kick of the game so far. Ryan takes it, easily cut out by Dickinson. A long hopeful ball forward by Gwyn Thomas. So it's Newcastle once again in possession. And then they give it away. Leeds have got it back. Tony Brown. Pushed by McCreary, free kick to Leeds United. Frank Gray's going to take it. McCluskey has come to a deep position. Another long ball forward, seeking out Keegan. It's fouled by Martin Dickinson. Neither side can stamp their authority on this game so far. But Leeds come forward, up goes the flag. Sheridan offside. McCreary. Chris Waddle. Keegan in very quickly. That's inside. Freary, square to Ryan. Chris Waddle. Now the fullback's got space. This is Anderson inside that Leeds box. Gets in a shot and it's 1-0. 22 minutes gone, and the fullback John Anderson found space on the right. He wasn't picked up, took the pass from Chris Waddle and put it into that far corner. Took a deflection on its way. Newcastle lead by 1-0. So that's brought the Newcastle followers to their feet. And Leeds trailed by 1-0 in his first home match of the new season. Sheridan. His advance is blocked. Leeds get back possession. Donnelly. Frank Gray. Donnelly again. Can Leeds strike back quickly? Up goes the flag. Offside. John Anderson scored the first league goal for his club in this new season. Newcastle in possession again. Clark forward to Keegan. Dermot to Waddle. With Dermot again. It's a bit too ambitious, that pass. Play on, says a referee. Shot coming in. Andy Ritchie took a knock on the back of his ankle there. Referee Bridges was on the spot. And he's not even holding up play. Sheridan. Donald takes it off him. Watson. Formerly of Aberdeen. McCluskey, good turn. Going forward. Tries a shot. And probably a pass to Donnelly would have been more profitable. Ironic in actual fact that John Anderson should be the scorer of that opening goal, because if Malcolm Brown hadn't had an injury, Anderson probably wouldn't be playing. So Leeds striving to get back in this game now. Long ball forward, seeks out McCluskey, chased by Clark. He just manages to get a boot to it, put the ball in touch. Still pressure now on this Newcastle goal, but they lead by a goal to nil. That after 22 minutes, scored by fullback John Anderson. So 18 minutes now before half-time. Peter Barnes gone on that right side. Sheridan, low centre inside. McCluskey. Right, looks to knock one in, up goes the flag, and that looked dubious. But the flag was up, and the linesman's in a better situation to see that than I am. It must have been very close. Ritchie, first on board of Frank Gray, and he tried to slip it inside. McCluskey didn't read it. Goes down in a tangle over goalkeeper Kevin Carr. kick on his head there as he went to header it. Watson, in fairness, couldn't see that he was behind him. But the free kick goes to Newcastle United. No problem for David Harvey. Watson. Downey read it. Leeds get it back. Now it's Donnelly. Sheridan. Back to Thomas. Ritchie. Recovered from that knock on the ankle. Still Ritchie, edge of the box. Out comes Clark, then loses it. And a bit of a tangle there. Carney in possession now. He does a sensible thing and puts it into touch and safety on that far side. Ritchie again. Donnelly. Watson. Dickinson. Now Peter Barnes, faced by Anderson. Peter Barnes again. McDermott gets a toe to it. Now it's Keegan. Ryan to McDonald. Ryan on the overlap, gets a cross in. And it goes to Waddle. Chance of a shot in the side netting. So just under a quarter of an hour to go in this first half. And the scoreline still Leeds United 0. Newcastle United 1, and it's Newcastle have slightly the upper hand at the moment. Ritchie gets past Carney. Now it's to Peter Barnes. Still with Barnes. Donnelly had run offside, so he had to hang on to it. Donnelly gets a clencher in. Ryan clears. Mills comes for it. Gets a look at a bounce. Good determined play by Watson. Keegan, forward ball, looking for Waddle. Certainly plenty of pace and commitment in this game. Barnes inside to Watson. It was a careless ball from Watson, gives away possession. McDonald for Newcastle. Free kick taken short. Ryan forward to Mills. McDonald fires in a shot. Now it's McCluskey and Clark once more. They fall over each other. McDermott picks up the loose ball. Newcastle in possession. Keegan needs to get it back. They want to get this goal difference back before the half-time whistle. Clark's beaten. Donnelly continued running. Flips a ball in. Carney under pressure. Still pressure on this Newcastle goal now with Donnelly. And that was a wasted opportunity. Frank Gray clips it forward to Ritchie, to McCluskey, now to Barnes. Long looping ball, looking for Watson on that far side. Now he'll look for support. He's penned in that corner by John Ryan. Leeds get possession back. Donnelly once more clips it in, looking for Barnes, gets ahead to it, just a yard or so wide of this near post. Carr with the goal kick. Mills picks up. Brown's back for Leeds. It's had a steady start to this game. Once again, Donnelly picks up that loose ball in midfield, lays it off wide to that far side to Gwyn Thomas. Back to Donnelly. Sheridan in support square, as is Frank Gray. All the way across now to Peter Barnes. And straight away Chris Waddle covers his full-back, but Barnes goes on his run, knocks it square, back to Sheridan. Now it's Watson, tries to kill one in, and that's just wide. That was good thinking by the Leeds United midfielder, Andy Watson. Leeds getting more into the game now. Again, it's Donnelly picks up the loose ball. There's McDonald. Long ball forward. And Sheridan was lucky, but he comes away with the ball. And then delays his pass, enabling the tackle to come in from McCreary. Ritchie. And that's a harsh tackle by the fullback Anderson on Ritchie, and Anderson, the goal scorer, is going to be cautioned. .37 minutes gone, and John Anderson, the Newcastle goal scorer, goes into the notebook of Ron Bridges, and that's the first caution of the game. Good ball from Dickinson to Thomas. Slots it in, Peter Barnes. Well, that looked odds on like being a corner, but the referee disagrees. In fact, he's given a free kick, presumably for pushing. So Newcastle survived that, and they still lead by that goal to nil. 7 minutes now before half-time. Waddle heads on, and picks up the ball again after Dickinson couldn't control. Still with Waddle. Courageous ball there by Sheridan. It pass from Frank Gray. Just not enough pace on it, enabling McDermott to get a touch. So Leeds start again. Frank Gray. Peter Barnes. Tony Brown. And, Leeds United lost a bit of their rhythm now. And the crowd beginning to get a wee bit impatient because their side are trailing by a goal to nil. Now it's Keegan with a bit of room. Flips it wide to that far side. That was a good ball to Ryan. But Ryan can't keep it in. And a promising move comes to nothing. It's Ryan again. And still Newcastle with McDermott. Full-back goes up on the outside. Header on from Mills. David Harvey's there. Now it's Peter Barnes again. Frank Gray. Good tackle coming in from McDonald. There's Donnelly. Peter Barnes, good turn, but Anderson quick to spot it. Good play by the fullback. So Leeds have got 4 minutes before half-time in which to get on level terms. Barnes again. Frank Gray. Ritchie tries to get to it. Well, people are standing appealing for corner or goal kick. Thomas gets to it. Carr does well in that cross. A good cross from Quinn Thomas. Dermott clips it forward, looking for Keegan. And Dickinson's going to be spoken to by the referee, Bridges. And the free kick goes to Newcastle. Dermott. Brown does well. Beats Mills in the air quite conclusively. Now Ritchie. Glusky. Again, Brown did well. Leeds come forward. This time Dickinson's given away a free kick, this time for a foul on Mills. So a minute to go before half time. Keegan clips it in, and that's going nowhere. Watson shepherds the ball out. Leeds goal kick. before David Harvey can kick the ball downfield. Referee Ron Bridges blows his whistle to bring an end to this first half of this first second division game of the season here at Ellen Road. And one goal separates the sides, and the team to go off well pleased with their first half performance, no doubt, on Newcastle United. It was their fullback John Anderson that scored the one and only goal so far after 22 minutes, and then he was cautioned by the referee, Mr. Bridges, after 37. So an eventful first half for him. And as the teams leave the field, I remind you of the scoreline. It's Leeds United 0, Newcastle United 1. So the second half gets underway, and it's Newcastle who will be looking to keep this a 1-0 advantage that they've got, and Leeds will be striving to get back in this match as quickly as possible. Keegan on the ball now, lays it off to Waddle. Newcastle kick in towards the Kop end. Anderson in the attack, flips a long ball across, and Watson clears the immediate danger, but Newcastle retain possession. McCreary clips the ball in for Mills. Watson easily cut out by Clark, but lack of control gives the ball away. Donnelly, long ball out to that far side to Peter Barnes, who did well to keep the ball in. Ritchie chases for it, along with Carney. Donnelly, but Anderson gets possession. Newcastle come forward. McDermott, square ball, looking for Keegan, who beats off the challenge of Watson. Lays a good ball out on this far side to Mills. McDonald goes outside him, still with Mills. Looking for Keegan. Waddle shakes for a shot, or rather scrappy, and finally Martin Dickinson touches the ball back to goalkeeper David Harvey. And that's Peter Barnes. Sheridan. Donnelly. McCluskey. And he's fouled by Clark. And promising move from Leeds United. Comes to nothing, but they've got the free kick. So what can they make of this? Tony Brown's gone forward. Shot comes in, and that's just straight round the post. Wide Carr. What a good shot that was by John Sheridan. So Leeds first corner of this second half. Barnes clips it in. Goalkeeper comes and can't get hold of it. It's scrambled away by Anderson. The Newcastle defenders are claiming that the car was fouled. No, says referee Ron Bridges. Another corner kick to Leeds United. Sheridan to take it. Knocked in by Brown. Flag stays down, Carr punches clear. And Carr, the Newcastle goalkeeper's down. Leeds come forward again. McDermott gets possession for Newcastle. But forward come Leeds, and now the referee stopped the game. Obviously the keeper took a knock when he came to punch that ball clear. And so high drama at the beginning of this second half. Leeds United striving to get back into the game, putting Newcastle under quite a lot of pressure. 2 corners within a minute, and now Newcastle have got their goalkeeper injured. So this could be disastrous for Newcastle if, in fact, Kevin Carr, their goalkeeper, can't continue. He's obviously in some distress. And he's still on the ground there, receiving attention from the Newcastle physio. And in fact, Jeff Ladley, the Leeds United physio, has gone across to see if he can assist, and he's looking at one of the other players. One of the Newcastle players has got a knock, as well as their goalkeeper. So quite a long delay now. And still Carr is on the floor. Still receiving treatment. They've got him sat up now. And in fact, the Newcastle manager, Arthur Cox, has now come onto the pitch.
We were trying to speak.
Anyway, the good news is that Carr looks as though he can continue. But it must be about three minutes now that play's been held up. And in fact, he's not going to be able to continue. Now, this is a tragedy. It's always a sorry thing when one has to see a player leave the field, but it's particularly difficult for a side when it's their goalkeeper that gets injured. And so substitute Ken Wharton will be coming on, and the goalkeeper's jersey, in fact, is going to Chris Waddle. So play's been held up now for something like 5 minutes. And one certainly wouldn't envy young Chris Waddle having to don the goalkeeper's jersey. And a sorry sight of goalkeeper Kevin Carr leaving the field. And it looks as though he certainly done something to his arm. And it could well be broken. So substitute Ken Wharton comes on. Waddle is between the posts, and that's a travesty for Newcastle United. So play will resume with a drop ball. And Chris Waddle wasn't really looking then. Mills hammers that ball forward towards that Leeds goal. Keegan on the chase. Dickinson's there first. Donnelly. And up goes the flag. Watson offside. McDermott finds Ryan, the Newcastle number 3, forward to Keegan. Wharton the substitute. McDonald. Ryan takes over. Wharton. McDonald. McDermott to Keegan, and he gets a toe into it, but it's just wide of the post. Clark wins that ball. Still Newcastle with Mills. And he's fouled by Tony Brown. Free kick to Newcastle. It's going to be John Ryan to take this free kick for Newcastle. Harvey comes, takes, goes upfield, looking for Ritchie. He heads on, looking for McCluskey, just behind him. Wharton tidies up for Newcastle. Ryan, back come Newcastle again. Their idea, apparently, is best form of defence is attack, particularly when you've got an outfield player between the sticks. Mills tries to lay it off. Watson picks it up and then gives it away to Keegan. Keegan with a shot, and that hits the side netting. Well, you don't pick on Kevin Keegan to give the ball to, just outside your own box. So David Harvey now. Flick on by McCluskey, looking for Ritchie. Tidied up by Carney. Anderson, long ball forward, and that's too far forward for even Kevin Keegan to chase. Dickinson knocks it forward. Ritchie tries to flick it on. But Newcastle get possession again. McDonald. Now it's Keegan. Mills. McDermott clips the ball in, and Gwyn Thomas did well. Wharton was coming in on that one, and in fact must have touched it because the goal kick's been given. But, Thomas just did enough to put the attacking player off. Four come Leeds. Ritchie looks for support, turns. That's hammered away. Brown picks up for Leeds. Sheridan finds Peter Barnes, who's come to this right side. Now it's Sheridan again for Leeds. And McDermott nearly gave the chance to McCluskey. Casual back pass. Anderson comes forward for Newcastle. Clip, long ball forward. Keegan's offside. The flag is up. Quickly taken. Long ball, aim for Peter Barnes. Ryan get his head to it. Knock it forward, looking for Wharton. Watson picks up. Now it's Thomas. Peter Barnes chase this. And the free kick's given Newcastle's way. Keegan heads on for Mills to chase. Newcastle free kick. Ryan. Square, McDonald. Misses a shot. So Leeds United begin to build again. Got to get quickly back into this game. I've got to put pressure on the substitute goalkeeper, Waddle. Ryan read it, Wharton. Sheridan. Gets in the way of that one. Leeds get possession back. Frank Gray, Sheridan. Donnelly lets it go. Now Newcastle break with Keegan. Got support coming from Ryan. Going through the middle. Keegan holds. Goes past Sheridan. And Mills is arriving on that far post. And a cross from Keegan. After a good run. Not good enough. Dickinson forward for Leeds. Long ball forward, McCluskey to chase. Can he keep the ball in? Yes, he does. Now he looks for support. Gets it from Thomas. Knocks it low into the box. And what you've got to do with a substitute goalkeeper is knock him, so the goalkeeper's got to make a move. Clark's underneath it. Only as far as Barnes. Faced by McDermott. Watson. Back to Barnes, edge of the box, nearly got it through to Ritchie. Wharton tidies up for Newcastle. McDermott. Keegan. Long ball, looking for Wharton. Donnelly takes it on his chest. Comes forward. And the ball's given away again. Wharton. Inside to Keegan. Finds Anderson with a good ball. Peter Barnes does well, but has to concede a corner kick. McDermott to take this corner kick on that far side. Dickinson heads clear, only as far as Wharton, shakes for a shot. So, can Leeds get back in? Trailed by a goal to nil. Peter Barnes, crossfield ball. Picks out Gwyn Thomas. Good control. Watson, first time ball. McCluskey lets it go through his legs, sells the dummy to Clark, and no one was following up. Anderson, long ball forward, looking for Keegan. Brown was there. Peter Barnes. Thomas does well. Watson, forward to Ritchie. Shadowed by Carney, and Carney brings down Ritchie, not for the first time. Free kick to Leeds United. Donnelly, square to Frank Gray, on to Peter Barnes. Barnes goes for the return, gets it, and fires in his shot. And I think actually if he'd have gone down under the challenge from Anderson, there may have been a possibility of a penalty there. So Chris Waddle, the substitute goalkeeper, hasn't been tested yet, but that's about the closest he's come. Ritchie now for Leeds. Good covering back from Mills. Front right, long ball forward. Sheridan would chase this. Clark's back there. Sheridan keeps possession. Play on, says the referee. McCluskey gets in across, too far for Ritchie. Ball half cleared, only as far as Thomas. Leeds United exerting pressure now. Watson, robbed by Wharton. Does well. Dickinson's there, with Mills trawling all over him. Still Leeds possession. Shot from Donnelly, blocked. McDermott now for Newcastle. Quick touch off from Keegan. McDonald. Keegan. All the way back to his goalkeeper, and you can't really blame Newcastle for this sort of tactic. Under a handicap, goalkeeper off the field, but they lead by a goal to nil. And McCluskey chases Clark, falls, Ritchie, and in fact the whistle had gone. The whistle had gone. The referee had judged that George McCluskey had tripped Jeff Clark. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Thomas will throw for Leeds. John Donnelly. Well read by Ryan. Thomas in as vigorously as ever. It's all getting a bit scrappy. And it looks as though Ritchie and McDonald are going to be cautioned. Leeds are going to make a substitution. Andy Watson comes off. And on goes substitute number 12, Aidan Butterworth, top scorer last season. McCluskey to Butterworth. Tries to get round Clark. Once again there's a tangle. Newcastle come away with the ball. Wharton gives away possession. Good ball for Frank Gray, Peter Barnes. And the saving tackle coming in from Anderson. Corner kick to Leeds United. Sheridan. Back to Barnes. Now it's Frank Gray. Sheridan. Donnelly. Tries to get in a shot over the bar. Gives the ball away to Wharton. Leeds get it back. Dickinson now. Frank Gray. Peter Barnes. Ritchie. There's McCluskey. Can he get a crossing? Butterworth scoops in across straight at Clark, who heads clear, only as far as Thomas. Going to start testing this goalkeeper of Leeds. Thomas clips it in again, up goes the flag. Ritchie offside as the ball goes on. So those cheers from the Leeds supporters to no avail. Flag on the far side, raised by Mr. Holland from Chesterfield, indicates that Ritchie was offside. Newcastle intent on keeping possession. Mills goes on a run. He's got support from Ryan, but Mills can't get the ball to him, gives it away. As indeed does John Sheridan. Newcastle get it back. Ryan to Keegan. McCreary. McDonald. Clark. Peter Barnes in quickly. Keeps the ball in play. Ritchie. Needs to get the throw in. Donnelly. Gets a return from Ritchie. Good play by Ritchie, good footwork. Tries to put Donnelly away. Newcastle boot. It's in the way. They've got possession. McDermott. Points have been given on that far side. Foul by Ritchie on McDermott. And Andy Ritchie's already been cautioned. Referee Bridges having a few words with him again. So John Ryan for Newcastle in possession. Mills up on the flag's up, the referee spots it. Forward come Leeds. 75 minutes gone, but there must be at least 5 minutes of injury time to be played, and they trail by a goal to nil. Scored after 22 minutes in the first half by fullback John Anderson. Donnelly lays it off to Peter Barnes. Frank Gray joins the attack once again. Newcastle get it away. It's with McDonald now. Keegan goes on a run through the middle and he's not offside this time. And a good ball to Ryan, who's come in support. Plenty of men arriving now for Newcastle. McDonald clips it wide looking for Keegan. Lays it back. In fact, it was McDermott on the far side that laid it back to Kevin Keegan. His shot was blocked, corner kick to Newcastle. Jeff Clark, big number 5, goes forward. It's Clark who gets his boot to it and goes high into the cop. Forward, Ritchie offside. McDonald forward. Wharton goes running through and he gets a toe end to it. And David Harvey had to be very quickly off his line there. Leeds can breathe a sigh of relief. Could have been 2-0 down. As it is, they're coming forward with Donnelly. Now it's McCluskey on the far side. Peter Barnes is pulled over to this right side. McCluskey still, Clark's back there. And he gets the ball away. Ryan. Keegan. Once again, the little number 7 goes down, free kick given. He's up on his feet again. McDermott with a free kick. It sideways to McDonald, back to McDermott. Now it's to Ryan. Ryan goes into the box. And the cross comes Frank Gray to clear the immediate danger. Keegan lays it off to Ryan, gets a shot in, but that's gone well wide. With a decisive header. Thomas, long ball forward. Keegan heads on to Mills. Oh, there's the flag, free kick for offside. And we've got 10 minutes plus injury time left in this match, and still Newcastle lead by that goal to nil. Ball from McDonald finds Keegan. Once again Ryan in support. Now it's Walton. Up to Ryan. Cross comes in. David Harvey comes out, couldn't take it first time. He sets Peter Barnes away. A one-to-one situation at the moment. He decides to come inside. Now he must look for support this side. Once again, Newcastle stop that Leeds attack, quickly get possession. Keegan. Dermot. And it's Ryan going through the other fullback as he scored over the top. Several times Ryan has been prominent in the attack, and that time he nearly put Newcastle 2-0 ahead. Been dominant in this Newcastle back four is Jeff Clark. The man that's just got a free kick, Kevin Keegan, quickly taken. McDermott squares it across. Walton coming in with a shot, well stopped by Harvey. So 7 minutes plus injury time. Peter Barnes gets a return from McCluskey. Clark comes across and does his job well. Thomas is beaten. Mills to pick up for Newcastle. Thomas, never one to give up, gets possession straight back. And loops that ball in, looking for Richie. Keegan miskicks. Eventually gets a second goal. Gets the ball clear. Someone's lost a boot. Butterworth now for Leeds. Tries to put Richie away, but that's too strongly hit. minutes plus injury time. Still Leeds United 0, Newcastle United 1. Anderson. There's Anderson again, the goal scorer, and has he got another one? It's hit the post. Oh, how unlucky for John Anderson. Did everything right, got the shot in, and he nearly put his side 2 up. Not bad for a fullback. There's still Newcastle in possession. Shot coming in, half blocked. That'll be a corner kick. Takes that well. Clear straight upfield, McCreary will be underneath this. It's McCreary again. There's a flag, Keegan offside. Richie and Carney. Richie will be penalised for an obvious push. So Chris Waddle, that since he took over in goal hasn't really been troubled at all. Picks up and lays it out wide, looking for McDermott, but he can't keep the ball in. Tusky supposed to flick it on, looking for Richie, but goes harmlessly over the goal line. Takes a goal kick, goes straight into touch. Newcastle have got 2 minutes plus injury time to survive. And the way they play today suggests that they probably will do that. But Leeds might have different ideas. They come forward now. Frank Gray out to Peter Barnes on that far touchline. Once again, grey shirts of Newcastle get that ball away. Dickinson. Now he gets his head in the way. Butterworth does well. Now it's Sheridan. Butterworth. Down goes Butterworth. Down goes John Ryan. And the result of it all, the corner kick to Leeds United. Sheridan with the corner. That's going to test his goalkeeper. He tries to punch, doesn't get hold of it. Barnes, and the flag's gone. And someone else is going to get a caution, a foul on the goalkeeper. And in fact, it's George McCluskey that goes in the book. Keegan heads on. Frank Ray's back. So, normal time is up. We're now entering injury time. Newcastle still lead by that goal to 0. Peter Barnes. Sheridan pulls it out wide for Gwyn Thomas. Tackle coming in from Ryan. Dickinson gets to Ritchie, knocks it back to Donnelly. Once again, Jeff Clark gets in with a tackle. Tackle coming, gets possession back for Leeds. Now long ball forward. Ryan does well again. Walton knocks it on to Keegan in space. Now Keegan's got a chance to run Martin Dickinson. Tackle coming from Dickinson. Leeds come forward with Donnelly. Out to Thomas on this side. Chance to get a cross in. He does. It's a good testing cross, perhaps a bit too far. In fact, it is just over that. Goal line. Needed to be brought back in a wee bit. So a minute of injury time gone so far. Butterworth for Leeds. Once again, it's Thomas. So John Ryan quite happy to put that ball in the main west stand here at Ellen Road. Time ticking away. Newcastle lead by a goal to 0. So Newcastle aren't in a hurry with this free kick. Gets the ball forward, Anderson's there, chased by Ritchie. Frank Ray. Donnelly. Tuskey back to Donnelly. Sheridan fires in a shot, and that's just over the crossbar. So 3 minutes of injury time played now. Good play between Butterworth and Thomas. Butterworth gets a crack on the head. Leeds United get a free kick. Sheridan with that free kick. Brown goes in, headed away by Jeff Clark. And again by McDonald. Donnelly. There goes the whistle, and it brings to an end the first match of the season here at Ellen Road, and the jubilant Newcastle supporters on that far side can be well pleased with their team's performance. They went ahead after 22 minutes through fullback Anderson, and although they lost their goalkeeper Kevin Carr early in the second half, they played well enough to keep Leeds United from really testing the substitute goalkeeper, who in fact was Waddle, and they played very, very well indeed, Newcastle, today. Leeds United just couldn't really put their game together. 2 cautions each on each side, Ritchie and McCluskey for Leeds, Anderson and McDonald for Newcastle. So as the jubilant Newcastle players leave the field, I'll leave you with the scoreline here at Ellen Road. Leeds United 0, Newcastle United 1.